Hey everyone, this is Carl with a quick tutorial on perhaps the simplest way to take underwater still pictures, even under 50 feet of green water. All you need is a GoPro Hero 4, a filter, and one button push. And then again. Now, you won't get beautiful magazine cover photos. That requires lights, batteries, a fancier camera, and I'm guessing lots of practice. But you can get nice snapshots of what you see underwater. Here's some examples from Alki Beach here in Seattle. The method does require some computer work once you're topside. Happily, however, all the software required is free. So this video will show you the steps, and there's also a web page listed below if you'd prefer to read the steps. Here's the camera settings you'll want. You only need to do this one time. First, turn the camera on. Then use the touch screen and unlock the settings. Now use the touch screen to go to the general settings menu. The only setting that's relevant here is quick capture. This is a new feature of the Hero 4 that lets the camera go from off to shooting video to off again with just a single button push. We also need to change some video settings. That's the button on the side. The main one is the resolution. The higher the resolution you can do, the better. I'm doing 2.7K. You can also change the frame rate. Lower frame rates like 24 let in more light, but they also require you to be more steady. In my case, I like 30 frames per second. You want to set the camera to Pro Tune, and you want to set the color to flat, and finally you want to set the sharpness to low. That's all you need to do, and then you can just turn the camera off. Step 2 is accessories and setting up the camera before you dive. A good accessory is a floating handle and a buckle to attach that handle to your suit. You might also want anti-fog inserts. GoPro makes some. And a magenta filter if you're in green water. Mine's from Polar Pro. There's also different colors for tropical water. So before you dive, put your camera in the case it came with. Add the anti-fog insert. Close up the case. The filter goes on the front. You just push it onto the case. And that's the setup, and you're ready to dive. To take still pictures when diving, just aim the camera in the general direction of what you want to take a picture of. Press the button. In a few seconds, it will start shooting video, which is the same as taking 30 still pictures every second. Try to hold the camera steady. After a few seconds, just press the button again, and the camera will turn off. Okay, you're back topside, and it's time to prepare your computer. First, install a program that you can find on the GoPro website called GoPro Studio and start that program up. And also plug your GoPro into your computer and copy the video files that you just took underwater onto your computer into some folder. In GoPro Studio, click Import New Files, navigate to the folder where you've put your GoPro files, and click on the file. The preview of the file will appear, and you can look around in the file and make sure it's the right one. Where's that sea cucumber? Oh, not there. Too much motion blur. Ah, okay. This is the right file for me. So I say add clip to conversion list. And then click the convert all button. Now there's going to be a little bit of a wait. I've shortened it for the video. What it's doing is it's converting the MP4 format into an AVI file that we'll have a little bit better control of frames and color of. When it's finished, we can click the Proceed to Step 2 button. And at the top, you can see it now says Step 2 Edit. First thing it's going to do in this mode is pop up a template page, and we don't want that page, so we'll just hit Cancel. You'll notice there's a timeline in the middle bottom, so we drag our video clip to there. And now when we scrub through, we're looking for a frame of interest. There's the rope and the log. There's the sea cucumber. I like to choose frames where the object is bigger. And I'm also worried a bit about motion blur. So I'm using this button and the one to the two to the left to try to find a frame where I wasn't moving the camera too much. One help for that is there's a button with 2 arrows. I'll click that and the image will go to full screen. I get a better idea of how blurry each frame is. Now I can use the arrow keys on my keyboard to try to find a frame that's not too blurry. And that one looks pretty good. So hit the escape button to go back into regular mode. And you'll notice the image is still a bit green or bluish. So we'll say white balance pick, and then we'll click on something in the image that should be white. And that does a good job of fixing the color the way we want it. Now it's time to export. This is a JPEG, so we say File, Export, Still Image, Actual Size, Export. Navigate to the folder where you want the JPEG to appear and type the name of the file, CQC, and save. And that's all there is to it. You can repeat this to get more frames written out from the same video file, or you can process other video files. When you're done, just click File, Exit, and you don't need to save the project. So those are the steps for what I think is the simplest way to take still pictures underwater. Just one button push on, one button push off, and some post-processing once you get topside. Have fun diving and be safe.
Go the session as instructed online. So now it does this thing where it just goes off randomly, freezes up. Should be able to take a picture or something, right? You can hit that top button no matter how many times I push it. Look. Nothing. Nothing. Hit the mode button. Nothing. Freezes. This happens every single time. This is honest. I've used this camera maybe 4 times. It worked great. I've been using it with Gopro app. And then all of a sudden, I got this line down the middle of the screen, like right through here, through the screen. In the earlier video that I shared, I showed you that it had some kind of file corruption or whatever. And it just constantly freezes. Constantly. There's nothing I can do. I can hold this in. Maybe it'll turn off. Look, I'm holding in the actual mode button. It will not. There we go. Finally turned off. And it'll just do this. It's so unreliable. I would, honestly, at this point, I would never, ever, ever buy another GoPro product again in my life. This has been a miserable experience. Honestly, every time I try to deal with this thing, it is absolutely a miserable experience. Never works, freezes, never connects to the app, constantly needs to be paired. Toggling of the Wi-Fi never works. I just can't handle it anymore, and I'd like to have this replaced. Thank you.
Alright guys, I just took a lift on the way to Vegas right now. The McGregor team, look at it.
The McGregor team.
I just sold my house. I don't even own the house, but I stood in front of a house in Irvine and this guy gave me $500,000 in cash. Just stacks though. I mean, look at this shit. This shit, I'm going all the way to Vegas right now. About to put it all on McGregor. Without a doubt in my mind, McGregor is gonna win. There's no way McGregor is gonna lose this fight. Everybody keeps saying Mayweather's gonna win. I don't think Mayweather's gonna win. I think McGregor is gonna win this fight. I'm putting all this cash, putting all of it. This stuff, liquid. There is no way McGregor is gonna lose this fight. No way. I don't think so.